What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Tie-Line Tactics. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I normally do. I'm going to be doing a review video on the Concept Z Reel. Now the reason that I chose this product specifically is because the reviews on this specific reel have been so hot and cold. There's nothing in the middle, there's no warm, and what I mean by that is people either really hate it or they really love it. Now, as far as I've seen on YouTube with reviews and different articles that I've read, it tends to be kind of biased, and the reason I say that is because if somebody, for example, is sponsored or affiliated with 13 Fishing, then it tends to be a decent to good review, and if they're sponsored or affiliated with a different company, it tends to go the other way. Now, before I get started, my main point is going to be that I'm giving you a 100% honest review on what I think about this reel, and obviously I'm not sponsored by any companies. Alright, so let's dive right in, guys. What I have here is going to be the 7:3:1 gear ratio model. It is the Concept Z by 13 Fishing. Now, I bought a lot of their products over the years, from reels to fishing rods. And overall, the company makes, in my opinion, they make good products. Now, the company is also really good with their customer service. Anytime that I've had an issue with a product or anything like that, they always resolve the issue, and they always do a really good job with that kind of stuff. But we're focusing on this reel today, and I'm going to start right from the beginning, guys. I bought this reel probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Here's the box to it, and my main thing, guys, when I first open and take a reel out from the box, I can usually get a pretty good feel of how much I'm going to like it by the way it feels right out of the box. That being said, when I first took this reel out, I was a little concerned. And the reason I say that is because I'm not sure if you can quite hear that, but there's a little bit of a rattling noise that goes on. And that has something to do with the zero ball bearings that this is advertised as. And so what it is that it has these bushings on the inside that apparently rattle and kind of move around in some free space that it has. And you can definitely kind of move the spool itself. Now, whether that makes a huge difference to you or not, it's kind of a personal preference. If you're a person that likes a very clean, very quiet, sort of uniform reel, then that'll probably bother you quite a bit. If you kind of just, you know, prefer a reel that just kind of works well, and that might not be a big deal for you. But personally, for me, guys, it honestly kind of bothered me. Honestly thought I had a defective reel when I first took it out because of that noise. But after seeing some review videos, I quickly found out that that's one of the key things that people tend to notice about the reel. How it looks, guys, it is a very nice looking reel. It has the skeletal handle here. It's a beautiful color. It's almost like a matted black color. And the color itself, people tend to think it's like a red color, and it's, in reality, it's more of a kind of like an orange color. You can actually kind of tell that it has sort of a glittery finish to it. But it's nothing excessive that will make it look kind of weird. But it is a nice looking reel. It feels pretty good besides that rattling noise. So it's a good looking reel. As far as performance, guys, I think the $1 million question for this reel is, does it cast as far as they say it does? And for me, guys, let me explain it this way. All my reels have braid on them. And the reason that I do that is because most of the fishing that I do requires braid for all the types of fishing that I do. So everything from my Daiwas to my Shimanos to my 13 Fishing reels, probably about 90% of them have braid rigged on. So that being said, I compared it to my Luz, I compared it to a Daiwa, and I casted them all, and they all have the same type of braid. This is 30-pound Test Power Pro. And as far as casting distance, guys, honestly, this probably does about 5 to maybe 10% more in distance. Now, if those numbers make a big difference to you, then by all means get the reel if that's what you want to do. For me, I don't really see a lot of fishing applications that I would need that extra, 5 to 10% distance. And I did try it with different lures. I did try it with different weights. You can cast pretty light stuff on this, and it works great. But as far as I have loose reels and Shimano reels that can cast weightless Senkos and everything else just as well. So I don't think it's a huge difference. If you bought one of these reels and you think that either it does or it doesn't, let me know in the comment section. What do you think? Does it really cast as far as they say it does, or do you agree with me and think it's not that much of a big difference? Let me know in the comment section. Now, one of the things that I really like about this reel, guys, is that it has a 22-pound Bulldog drag system. Whenever I was in Galveston, I was catching things from drum to speckled trout, sand trout, flounder. It did really well. I didn't have any issue with the drag system. It's pretty tight, even with like the flounder. And those of you guys that catch flounder know that those flounder can dive pretty hard in that water. So I didn't have any kind of issue with that, and that's definitely a big thing for me. I've had this only for a few weeks, but I did take it on a trip with me, and this is the only reel that I fished with on that trip. It was a 4-day trip, and it was all salt water, and I did nothing but wade fishing. And for those of you guys that know about wade fishing, your gear is normally going to get some type of water on it, whether it dips into the water when you're trying to hook a fish, or whether there's waves, it's gonna get water on it. Typically with my reels that I take out into salt water, I will definitely rinse them down with fresh water, but this reel specifically I did not wash down. And the reason for that is because there was a lot of things I read about how this is supposed to hold up really well in salt water. And basically I didn't rinse it off because I want to see if it's true. That being said, guys, it still functions just as well as when I opened it out of the box. I don't see any kind of rust or anything going on with any of the pieces that it has on here. And actually you might be able to see that I still got some scales on here for some of the fish that I was catching. So I didn't have any kind of issue with that. I don't hear any kind of grinding inside or anything like that. It did hold up well in the water. It definitely got, trust me guys, it got plenty of water on it. So that's definitely a plus for me. Now, a lot of people that do saltwater fishing, I'm not exactly sure why, but a lot of people tend to have a problem with 13 fishing. One of my theories might be that 13 fishing products might do well or maybe better in fresh water, but I've heard a lot of people that do saltwater fishing claim that they don't last very long. I'm going to keep putting this down to the test. I'm going to keep taking it. I'm going to keep casting out there wade fishing. And if there's any change in the way that it casts or any kind of difference in the way that it's functioning because of the salt water, I will definitely make another video and let you guys know. It's a good reel, guys. The only thing for me would probably be I had an issue with that noise that it makes because of the spool and the bushings. But besides that, guys, honestly the price point is a little high for me. I would probably say that this would, honestly it should go for maybe like $175. Somewhere along that price point, but this is $200. They did create another one. It's supposed to be a better version of it that runs for about another $100. Whether that's a good idea or not, that's kind of up for the debate. I'm not going to get into that right now, but as far as this one, I think the price point is a little high. That being said, guys, if you are interested in picking one of these reels up, I do recommend you hit up Academy Sports. That's actually where I got mine a couple weeks ago. Last time I checked, they still had a sale on these, and they're going for about $150, $160. So that's about a $40 or $50 discount on what you would normally pay. So if you want to pick one up, make sure to stop by your Academy store. But that's about it, guys. That's my honest review on it. That's what I truly think about it. Like I said, if anything changes, I will definitely let you guys know. But guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this reel? Do you want to get one? If you have one, what do you think about it? My overall review and score for this reel from 1 to 5 stars is honestly probably about a 3.75. Like I said, the only issue with me on this reel is going to be the rattling and the price point. Other than that, it does work well. I do think it's a little overhyped, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. But it is a good reel. If you'd like to pick one up, like I said, they're probably still on Side Academy, and you can pick one up there. And as always, guys, I really appreciate you watching. If you'd like to see me do more review videos on anything of any of my equipment, rods, reels, any of my knife equipment, let me know, guys. I'd be more than happy to make those videos for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Make sure you hit that like button if you like this video. It'll really help me out. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to the TLT team. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Tight lines.